cracking the code, understanding, crank the car. Hello, everyone. Today, we're diving into a phrase that might seem simple but is packed with meaning: crank the car. Understanding such phrases is crucial in mastering English, especially if you're learning it as a second language. So, let's break it down together. The phrase, crank the car, has its roots in automotive history. In the early days of cars, engines were started manually by turning a crank handle. This action was literally referred to as cranking the car. It required physical effort to rotate the crank and start the engine. Today, crank the car is used more metaphorically. Modern cars don't require a physical crank, but the phrase has stuck around. Now, it means to start the car's engine, typically by turning a key or pushing a button. It's a great example of how language evolves while retaining historical references. Understanding how to use crank the car in everyday conversation is key. Here are some examples. I'm running late. I need to crank the car and go. Could you crank the car while I grab my coat? These examples show the phrase in action, depicting it as an everyday, practical term. Interestingly, crank the car can also be used figuratively. It might mean starting or initiating something beyond just a vehicle. For example, let's crank this project into gear. Here, it's about beginning an activity with enthusiasm or urgency. And that's a wrap on crank the car. We hope this exploration of a seemingly simple phrase has shed light on the nuances of English. Remember, understanding the context and history of phrases enriches your language skills. See you in our next video, where we decode more English phrases.